has decided to withdraw its request to use the Utapao airport for a weather study project. Do you think that NASA decision is good or bad for Thailand?
Well, asking this question is the same as asking whether the project itself is good or bad for Thailand. This issue is very politically divided issue in Thailand. If you ask one side of the political conflict, they would say that, this is a scientific project which is very good for national interest. But if you ask the other side of the political divide, they would say that there's too much risk involved in this project and it may not be worth it.
It seems to me like nobody can be bipartisan about this project. So what about you? What do you think about this project?
Well, if you ask me, on paper, it looks good. The project looks good. But the issue about this project is not about what is on paper. It's about what is not on paper. And I have made my clear stand from the very beginning, which is that whether this project is good or not, it should be made to go through Parliament. Parliament is the only place where this project can be scrutinized inside and out.
Yeah, but that's the argument from the Thai government. If we put this to the parliamentary debate, we may miss the deadline by NASA.
Well, actually, this is the exact reason why NASA had decided to cancel the project in the first place today. NASA needs to implement this project in August and September, which is not possible because Thai Parliament will only reopen in August.
So do you think that American will come back with the same request next year?
From what is said on the NASA website, it seems that the Americans are keeping their option open about coming back to Thailand. And, it will be up to them whether they can handle the same problems in Thailand because the main issue will remain the same. The big question is unchanged, and that is, whether this project should get parliamentary approval in Thailand or not.
So what about Prime Minister Yingluck Shinawatra? She has played a very limited role in this controversy. But last week she dropped a mini bombshell by suggesting that the parliamentary involvement might be unavoidable. So how do you see her performance in this saga so
far? She did say too little for my liking, but fair play to her. I think she did well. She did seek consultations from people in the national security agencies. And like you mentioned, she did admit that maybe it would be better for this project to go through Parliament. So I think she did okay.
So what about another person on the hot seat? Foreign Minister Surapong Tawichakchaikul, how do you see his performance?
Well, he was given a big burden of having to explain to the Thai public and also the opposition about this project under this political environment. Again, I think he did fine. My only criticism, and this is not against him in particular, but also against the government in general, is that the people who have been opposing to this project have been made to look like those trying to rock the boat, which is not true. This is a very highly sensitive and delicate project. It involves installation of state-of-the-art equipment, information gathering equipment on the Thai soil. It is also related to another big neighbor of Thailand and another big superpower, China. So I think it's a fair call for to demand parliamentary involvement in this project.